All right. So you let me know when you're ready.
I am ready.
Okay. What's our Tennessee connection?
Tennessee. Um, I got married in Tennessee. I have family in Tennessee.
Okay, a couple of Tennessee connections. We're looking for, oh, they're making a joke about the loudmouth, someone who says whatever they want without any consideration for how it's going to be perceived. Um,
Would that be living or departed?
Living. Closely
Okay.
connected to you, male.
My son.
Okay, I was going to say this feels like a younger person, so thank you for nailing that down. And speaking of nailing things down, hold that thought. Oh, and this is kind of a generic reference for Tennessee, but they're showing me Dolly Parton in particular. So were we recently talking about Dolly Parton?
We've been planning a trip to Dollywood.
Okay, that explains it. Remember looking for the name Harry.
Great grandfather on my mother's side.
Okay, so that just lets us know that we translated all of this correctly so far. Where's the second of a month being a death date?
Second of the month being my uncle on my mom's side.
Passed away on the second day of a month?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be Uncle's way of chiming in to say, hey, I'm here too. Um, and was there a question about the cause of a passing? Like, was it intentional or was it accidental overdose? Like, would someone have that question around a passing?
The uncle I just mentioned, my mother's brother.
Okay. Um, I rather have the impression it was intentional, and I don't know if that was validated, but I feel like he's trying to provide some follow up for anyone who might be curious or still worried about it. I'm sorry, that's kind of a dark message to distribute, but
No, that's okay.
he is bringing it up. And who was the basketball player connected to that side of the family?
My other, my brother.
Okay, so he would be acknowledging his own brother then?
Yes.
Yeah, very normal thing for them to do is kind of acknowledge each other and other living people. And then, oh, look at that. There's another Mark or Marcus connection, much like there was in the last reading.
I have a very close family friend named Mark.
And that would be brother's way of saying, hey, I'm up to date with who the family hangs out with these days. And then we're looking at the 12th of a month. Okay, hold that thought.
Okay.
12th of a month, blazing new trails, starting something new. It doesn't seem like a big deal to other people, but it's like a big deal to whoever is doing it. And I want to ask who is filing an LLC?
I've been considering doing that myself.
Okay, this might be a little nudge.
Okay.
And they're showing me the 12th of a month being very significant. So I would pull a little circle around that and just see what happens.
Okay, great. I will do that.
Yeah, sometimes it's fun to look back at things and realize what happened in hindsight on significant dates being mentioned. And we are going back to the topic of mom. And we're
Okay.
talking about heart failure connected to mom. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. And she's saying there's no problem. So if someone had been woulda, coulda, shoulda-ing on this situation or thinking, is there anything we could have done different? I feel like the answer is a resounding no.
I've done that ever since she's passed.
Yeah. So she's kind of saying that's not necessary. There's nothing that could have been done to make it better, easier, or anything. And she's showing me a signal for peace for with what happened.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And then she's showing me Dove. I think it's chocolate. She's showing me chocolate.
That would make sense.
She says smaller pieces, smaller pieces.
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay. And now she's showing me Reese's peanut butter cups. So she's
My
got,
last name is Reese, spelled like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
was it really? That's fun.